Hello guys, it's Salas Tops here, your PHP lecturer. Welcome to our PHP lecture 14. In this lecture guys, I just want to talk about how to apply an if and else statement in PHP and also convert the if and else statement into a ternary form. An if and else statement guys, it's applied when you have got a condition that gives you a true or a false value. And when it gives you a true value, you'll be having two options that you can execute. When the condition is true, you execute only one option, and when the condition is false, you execute another option. For example, in general terms, I can say if it's raining, I'm not going to work. So the statement if it's raining is the one that's gonna determine whether I'm going to work or not. So if it's raining is true, it means I'm not going to work. If it's raining is false, it means I'm going to work. So that's the application of an if and else statement. It's where you've got two options, but you not execute both of them. Only one of those options are executed depending on the condition. So when you are using an if and else statement, guys, most of the Boolean operators that are applied are these, the likes of equal to, not equal to, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, greater than, less than. All these you must be familiar with them because you are going to need them when you are writing a lot of projects that involve a if and else statement. So without wasting time, guys, the topic for today, let me just demonstrate this with using a code. Let me just go and open my Notepad++ here, my text editor, Notepad++. I think I've got initial code for HTML. Let me just paste it. So this initial code for PHP for HTML, guys, you've got the topic for today, an if and else statement, and the second one, which we're gonna actually convert an if and else statement into what we call a ternary form. I'm gonna show you guys. So without wasting time, you know that when I want to write a PHP, I need to put an opening tag for my PHP. Opening tag for my PHP is simply PHP, then a closing tag for PHP is question mark, then this one. So all my code, I have to write it inside here. So what I'm gonna do, I want to declare a variable of my identity. Let's say a variable identity is equals to, then let me assign it a value. Let me give it a value as a string. I want to give it a value, put it as a string. Then I want to say my identity, I want to say 0, 3, let me put 1, 2, 3, 6, 5, 4, 7. I want to make them 13 digits. You know that the SA identity number for 13 digits, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 13. Yes. So I want to compare my identity using an if. If my identity is not having 13 digits, I want to do something. If you've got 13 digits, then I want to do something. So I want to use an if here statement. If statement syntax is like this. So an if statement will be having a condition inside. So I want to count the letters of my variable here. So when I'm counting the letters, we have got another PHP function called strlen. Strlen, it gives you the size of a string. So if you call this function, it takes only one argument that you put inside the bracket. So I want to count the letters that are inside my variable identity. So if these letters, the size of these letters is not equal to 13, I'm using the application of this operator, guys, which I just showed you here on these operators here. So you have to be familiar with all those operators, guys. So if this one is not equal to 13, I want to do something. So the if also, you've got an opening QL bracket and a closing QL bracket. So if you've got a lot of code that you need to execute when this condition is true, you put it inside the QL bracket for if. So for instance, myself, I just want to only put one. I want to say echo, let me echo something here. Let me just echo the statement that's gonna say the ID. Let me say the ID number. Let me just say the ID number. The ID number needs then 13. The ID number need to contain 13 digits. Please try again. Just say please try again. So if my ID number is not having 13 digits, this statement is going to be displayed. Else, the else part, you simply put an else here, then you put also the opening keyword bracket for it and a closing keyword bracket. So any code, another option that you want it to be executed when this condition is false. When this condition is false, you simply need this statement here on the else part to be executed. So I'm going to actually put a statement, say echo, let me say echo what? Let me say echo thanks. Thanks for providing your identity. Okay. Let me say your identity. Thanks for providing your identity. We will hack you soon. We'll hack you soon. Okay. So these are my two statements, which means if this condition is true, only this statement is going to be executed. If the size of this one is equal to 13, which means only this is going to be executed. This is how we write here an if and else statement, guys. Let me quickly show you how you write the same statement in what we call the ternary. The ternary here, let me use the same variable. The ternary, I want to put my opening tag for PHP again. Question mark, then PHP, and the closing tag for PHP, which is question mark, and this one. So all my value I have to put here. So the ternary is just a simplified version of this if and else. You only write everything in one line. So I simply say echo. Echo what? When I say echo, I want to only call this condition here. You take only the condition here that we have. So if I take this condition, I'll simply copy it and put it in front of my echo here. I paste it here. So after you put a condition, after putting a condition, you need to put a question mark here, symbol. That's how you write a ternary, guys. It have got a question mark after the condition first, then you put a question mark. Then after a question mark, you want to put a statement that you want it to be displayed when this condition is true. So the statement that I want it to be displayed is simply this statement that is saying the ID number needs to contain 13 digits. So this is the statement that I need to be executed if the condition is true. So let me just copy it, then I paste it in front here. Paste it. Then after that, you put a semicolon, and in front of semicolon you put the condition that you want to, the statement that you want to be executed when your condition is false. I simply copy this statement here on my, which is on my else. So I will paste it here. So this is how you change the if and else statement into ternary. The condition, then you put a question mark, then the first statement that you need to be executed if this condition is true, and you separate that statement with the same colon, then you put the second statement that you need to execute when the condition is false. So this is how you convert this if and else into ternary. So if you are given something into ternary, you should be able to convert it into if and else, or if you are given if and else, you should be able to rewrite this if and else into ternary. Let me just actually save it and run so that you see how this is going to be display my result, guys. Let me go to save as here. To save as, let me go to C drive. In my C drive, I click XAMPP. XAMPP, I look for htdocs. Then let me create a new folder here. Let me name this folder prog 14. Then press enter. Then here let me name my project called project.php. Then I'll save it in my prog 14 in my project folder there. Let me open and save. Once I save, it's displayed here. So the next thing I have to go and look for my XAMPP control panel. Here's my control panel. I'll make sure that I'll start my Apache and also I'll start my SQL. Once these two are started, then I can minimize and go to my favorite browser. In my favorite browser here, I have to simply type localhost, then / then my project name, which is prog 14, then press enter. So once it's in my project here, I simply have to click my project, guys. So you see, and if an else statement is writing, thank you for providing your identity, will hack you soon. This one also, it's a ternary one. It's saying, displaying the same message with thank you providing for identity to hack you soon. So guys, you see, either you can write a statement in ternary, you can write in if. You can change this if into ternary. It's displaying the same thing, guys. I hope you see actually how we write actually our if and else and also convert it into a ternary. So even if I change this value, let me say, guys, because now it displays this message that's saying thanks for providing your identity, we hack you. Even the ternary provide the same message because my ID here you've got 13 digits. Let's say I remove one of the digits to make them less than 13, and also I'll leave this one being 13 on my ternary side. On my ternary side is 13. Okay, let me also remove on my ternary side, instead of making them 13, let me actually make this one. Okay, it's only, I'm using only the one variable that I declared up there. So let me just change so that they are no longer 13, they are 12 now. So if they are 12, let me save it and run so that you will see actually what will be my output. Let me save, then go to the browser again and refresh here. Once I refresh, you see the statement change now and say the ID number needs to contain 13 digits. Please try again. And even the else part actually is telling me the same statement, say the ID number needs to contain 13 digits. Please try again. Because I changed here, the condition becomes false. This statement reads the number of my letters in my string and find that is 12. Then it compare, is 12 equal to 13, which is false. So this statement here is not going to execute. It simply jump into the else part, because it simply executed. Now it simply executed this, the first one, because this statement becomes true. But if this statement is not equal to false, is not equal to true, like if I return back the value like 7 now, what it means these characters now are equal to 13. So when this function reads the characters, it's gonna get 13 here. Then it's compare, is 13 not equal to 13? It becomes false because 13 is equal to what? To 13. So 13, it becomes false. So this statement becomes false, then it jumps to this one and say thank you for providing your identity, because 13 not equal to 13 becomes false. But if it becomes true, 13 is not equal to 13, then only this first statement is going to be executed. So if I refresh it, also if I save it and refresh now, because I changed my digits to 13 again, and go and refresh my browser here, the statement will simply change, say thank you for providing your identity, because now there are 13 digits, so it's executing the other option on my else part. So I hope, guys, you get the sense between how to write an if and else statement and how to change it into ternary. And I hope you enjoyed this lecture, guys. I wish you all the best. Keep on practicing PHP, guys. I hope to see you in our next lecture.